Hi friends, hope you're all doing well. I just thought I would share some of the experiences and lessons learned when I visited India recently. There are certain things which we may overlook, which we may not do. But I think it is important. Although you like it, don't like it, I think we have to do it. So I think, especially when we are planning a trip to India, I think we all get overexcited, in terms of visiting family, friends, and eating good food, etc. So I think that is absolutely important. But in addition to that, I think there are several things I think that we need to take into account. So I just thought I would share what I did, some of the mistakes that I made. So hopefully you will find this video useful. So I think the first and foremost thing you need to do is I think you need to do a full body checkup. I think especially if you are above 40, I think it is absolutely important to do it. Especially in India, it is much more cheaper when compared to foreign countries. So you do that. I mean, once you cross the 40, you don't know what all is happening to your body. So, you can have diabetes, blood pressure, cholesterol, whatever. So I think it is important to get that done as soon as possible, not leave it late, so that you have an indication of what is going on in your body, so that you can calibrate what you're eating, not eating during your stay. Okay, and also what I would suggest is, if you're wearing specs like me, so okay, so get your eye checked as well. And if your power has to change, if your power has changed and if you need a new glasses, I think it is better to purchase that, because it'll be cheaper there. And also try to do it early days, okay, not the mistake that I made, which is I did towards the end of my trip. So although my power did not change, I thought I would buy a spare one. Okay, I bought it with all coatings and so on and so forth, but I didn't actually get time to actually try it. So when I came here, when I tried it, I realized that there was some issue with the glasses, so I could not wear it. Okay, so I would suggest, do it as soon as possible. And also from a dental perspective, see if you can see a dentist, hygienist to do a full clean. Just give it a clean, so that that is also covered. And what I would also suggest is not only you do it, but also take your spouse, your children, and get all of those people checked. Okay, and if you've got elderly parents, okay, so also make sure that you take them with you and get that full body check. Okay, so I think that is important. And also, if your parents need some medical support, taking them to doctors, so on and so forth, do that as well. I think as children, I think it is our obligation to kind of take that into account. Okay, so those are the things you need to consider from a health perspective. And also, if there is an opportunity, if you can attend a yoga session, if you can attend meditation, so that especially your kids, if they can learn certain yoga practices, yogasana practices, breathing practices, I think it will be especially useful as and when they actually need them. They may not do it regularly, but if they learn it, okay, maybe they can apply it, they can use it as and when they actually need it. Okay, now there are certain admin stuff we need to do, right? So of course we need to visit bank, and usually the KYC, the know your customer information, may need to be updated. So take a form, fill the form, put in your visa and passport and foreign address details and so on and so forth. I think you need to do that. You may have to stand in a large queue to actually get that done as well. And also, if you don't have an online account, or if you have an online account, your password is not working, your username is not working, so that is the best time to kind of get that sorted. And if you have a resident account, and you may want to get that converted into NRO account, and you can actually do it online from here. But if you're actually doing it from India, especially the private banks like ICICI, the managers actually help you in actually getting that done as well. And also, if your spouse do not have an account, get your spouse account as well. And if you've got some dormant accounts elsewhere, if you're not actually using that, I think it is better to get the accounts closed. And also, if you have accounts somewhere where the IT infrastructure is not great, you're not able to operate from abroad, I would close those accounts as well. Okay, so have accounts where you can transact online. Okay, so these are some of the things you need to consider from a bank perspective. And you also need to check your PAN card and see whether your PAN card needs any update. Okay, and also there is e-PAN card as well, so make sure you get a e-PAN card as well. And Aadhaar card, I think it is optional, but it is always better to have an Aadhaar card. It is very easy to get it. and you can use other services if you need any changes to your name, your phone number, your email address, whatever, so you can get that done. So they take a photograph, they take your fingerprint, I think 100 rupees or 200 rupees, job done. Okay, and also more importantly, try to see if you can get an Indian sim, okay, Indian number. I think that is one of the mistakes that I made. I always rely on my mom's phone. So I mean, although my mom will be happy to have me there, I think once I land, I take my mom's phone and keep roaming around. So she's kind of left without any phone. So this time I corrected my mistake. So I bought a new phone and I bought an Indian sim. But I mean, you don't need a new phone if you have got a dual SIM, but my phone did not have a dual SIM, so therefore I have to go for another phone. Okay, so I think that would be really helpful, especially, right, I mean, the day you land, okay, you want to contact your driver, you want to contact your family members who are waiting outside to receive, and if you're not able to contact, that is frustrating, especially, if you're getting delayed in immigration, if you're getting delayed in your baggage collection, whatever, right, it is frustrating. So I mean, if you don't have an Indian SIM, I think, I would strongly suggest you kind of buy an Indian SIM. And I think you need to kind of top up every month or so, 200 rupees, 300 rupees, whatever. I think you need to kind of top it up just to make sure that it is actually active. Okay. So those are some of the admin things you need to do. And usually I've seen friends and family members, they come and either they buy something or sell something. Okay. So, and if you do that, make sure you have an auditor, or you have somebody who is chartered accountant, who would help you with your finances, help you with your tax returns and so on. Okay, so I think it is important. And also, if you got a scheme, okay, so let's say if you got a gold scheme for running for 12 months or so, okay, so see if you can actually close off that scheme, buy some gold, whatever. So you do that. And coming back to the bank, I forgot one thing, which is about locker. So let's say if you have a locker, so make sure you kind of check whether everything you kept in the locker is still there. And if you want to take out something, put something in. And if you have a list of items in the locker, so just make a note of that, revise that sheet so that you remember what you have kept in the locker as well. Okay, so I think that is also important. And even some of the banks now, they have started providing locker facilities. But I think the lockers, I don't think they take any ownership of the content in there, but people take use of locker facility. Okay, so that is another another thing to take in mind. I mean, bear in mind. And also what I would suggest is, right, I mean, check your parents' finances and make sure that their finances are secured. And also validate your parents' insurance policies. If the insurance needs to be paid, premium needs to be paid, so on and so forth. Make sure you kind of help them in actually doing that. And if you think the insurance coverage is not that sufficient, I mean, if the insurance covers say 1 lakh, 2 lakh, I mean, it won't cover much. See if you can actually top up and see if you can actually have a bigger coverage, because the more and more the parents get older, the more and more there could be occurrences of visiting hospitals and so on and so forth, right? I mean, in a way, right, there were few incidents in my close circle where I wish they had an insurance. There was massive bill, and people, I mean, families struggle to kind of pay that. So I think it is always better to have some sort of an insurance coverage, because we never know what would happen, isn't it? I think there is also a taboo, right? I mean, people think that if they take insurance, something may happen. So, but that is not the case. I think it is usually better to kind of have that insurance cover as well. Okay, so take that into account. And as I said, right, I mean, the main purpose we go there is to spend time with family, friends. Of course we need to do that, and enjoy all your good food. There are certain food which we don't get in this country. Say for example, I usually say that there is only one variety of banana in this country, right? But if you go to India, there are so many varieties of banana, so you can try that, papaya, and all those good healthy food you can try. And also the so-called unhealthy food, if you want to try biryani, and if you want to try parathas, whatever, so I think you can treat yourself, ice creams, whatever, right? So you can treat all of that. Okay, but if you have taken your health checkup at the start of your trip, you would know that how much to calibrate, how much to eat, how much not to eat. Okay, so I think those are the things, friends, I think you need to consider. So I'm hoping that some of the things that I did, the experience that I had, and the mistakes that I made, and the lessons that I learned, I think hopefully it will help you so in your next visit to India. And if you like this video, please share it with your friends as well. Okay, take care, friends. Thank you. Bye bye.